SharpTake. Cut through the noise.
This content is for general information and educational purposes only. It does not constitute professional legal, financial, or technical advice. The creator is not a licensed expert and assumes no liability for any decisions or outcomes based on this video. Viewers are solely responsible for their own use. Challenges in controlling ChatGPT-5. Many try to control ChatGPT-5 precisely, but results often drift. Polished prompts and copied templates yield answers that miss the point or add unasked details. How ChatGPT-5 predicts, not code execution. This is not a bug. It's how predictive models work. ChatGPT-5 anticipates language patterns by probability rather than executing commands like software code. Small changes in tone or context can redirect its path. Sailboat and paper map. Controlling with text alone is like steering a sailboat with a paper map. The map shows direction, but the wind drives movement. You guide the course, not the wind. Governance means 3 habits. Observe how the model behaves. Audit its outputs. Refine boundaries balancing creativity and reliability. Governance is partnership. Treated this way, ChatGPT-5 becomes a partner with rhythm rather than a tool awaiting orders. Still surprising, but predictably useful because context guides its choices. Design conditions, not commands. This reduces friction, exposes issues early, and makes useful variation easier to steer. Next, observe and measure before intervening. In the next episode, we focus on the first practical step, observing and measuring model behavior before deciding when and how to intervene.
Why control keeps failing? When people try to control ChatGPT-5, they expect obedience. But language models do not execute orders, they forecast language. Each answer is a probability curve, not a direct command. Prompt engineering promises precision, but each added word changes the model's probability space. Instead of narrowing output, you often just move the curve. It feels controlled, but it isn't. When prompts overfit. Trying to force exact results through prompts can make the system brittle. It starts repeating your words instead of reasoning. Overfitting destroys adaptability. Control versus creativity. Control. Creativity. Every conversation balances order and predictability, yet too much stops thinking freely. The real problem, human expectation. The issue isn't the model's unpredictability, but our illusion of command. Governance accepts uncertainty and turns it into structure. It shapes context rather than forcing outcomes. From failure to framework. When control fails, governance begins. We stop fighting and design conditions guiding models toward stability and insight. Thank you for watching this introduction to AI control and governance. Stay tuned for upcoming episodes.
Redefining success with artificial intelligence. Success with ChatGPT-5 is not about control, it is about collaboration. The more you try to command it, the more it reflects your own limits. Governance turns the interaction into shared reasoning. Presented by Mark Chapman. What governance really means. Continuous alignment. Instead of searching for the perfect prompt, governance builds alignment through repetition, testing, measuring, and refining. It is a living process, not a static rule. Predictability through design. When you design the environment for reliability, predictability follows naturally. Governance does not remove uncertainty, it channels it toward useful outcomes. Designer, controller. You shape prompts, context, and review steps for consistency and transparency. You try to control the model directly, limiting flexibility and predictability. Next, Why Control Fails, Episode 1, Season 2. In the next scene, we will explore why control fails and how governance turns unpredictability into structure.
Why control keeps breaking. The more we try to force control over ChatGPT-5, the more unstable it becomes. Every word we add changes its context space. The system does not disobey, it simply predicts differently. Fragile prompts. When a single adjective can flip the meaning of a prompt, control collapses. The illusion of precision hides the complexity of language probabilities. The echo effect. Prompts that overspecify often echo your own words back. The model stops reasoning and starts mimicking. It is not learning from you, it is mirroring you. Context overload. Large prompts do not give more control, they dilute meaning. Each added detail competes for attention inside the model. The outcome is not accuracy, it is confusion. False consistency. Even when the output looks consistent, that consistency may be random. A model can repeat patterns without understanding them. Control without comprehension is imitation, not intelligence. Control fails because language evolves. Language is fluid, not programmable. Governance accepts this fluidity and uses it to guide outcomes instead of fighting it. What governance means. In the next scene, we define what governance truly means and how it transforms chaos into collaboration.
From control to governance. Control seeks obedience, governance seeks alignment. Governance is a system for observing, measuring, and adjusting model outputs to balance creativity and accuracy. It's a feedback loop between humans and AI. The feedback loop. Each generation teaches you about the model's tendencies. You refine context, tone, and scope until behavior stabilizes. Governance is learning through iteration. Not rules, frameworks. Rules try to restrict, frameworks guide. Governance works through frameworks that adapt to context instead of fixed commands. Human oversight. Governance always keeps a human in the loop. Humans define values, boundaries, and interpret outputs when the model drifts. Adaptive systems evolve with data and context. It's never final, continually learning what good means in your workflow. Next, human in the loop. Next, we see how humans stay part of the loop, not by controlling, but by guiding through design. Episode 01, Scene 04, Human in the Loop.
Why humans still matter. Even in an age of powerful models, humans remain essential. Governance works because people observe, question, and interpret what the system cannot see. Partnership, not supervision. A human-in-the-loop model is not about control but collaboration. Humans provide context and values while AI provides scale and speed. Observe and record. Governance begins with observation. By documenting how ChatGPT-5 responds under different prompts, you create a behavioral map revealing its stable zones. Intervene when needed. Repeated output or errors. Correcting model drift. You adjust prompts, clarify intent, or narrow the scope to restore balance. Feedback is guidance. Every correction becomes data for improvement. Over time, the model learns patterns of acceptable output through your feedback. Ethics inside the loop. Human oversight is where ethics live. You decide what is appropriate, fair, or harmful, things no algorithm can define alone. Next, practical governance example. Next, we will see governance in action, a practical workflow that turns observation into structure.
Governance in action. Let's see governance in practice. Instead of forcing an answer, we build a feedback loop, observe, measure, and refine. Step 1. Observe. Start with observation. Run a simple prompt and watch how the model responds. Tone, logic, and structure reveal its behavioral tendencies. Step 2. Measure. Measure the result against your goals. Did it stay factual? Was the tone right? Governance replaces opinion with evidence. Step 3. Refine. Now refine. Adjust the prompt, simplify context, or add framing sentences to guide reasoning. Each adjustment tests model stability. Before versus after governance. The model rambles or contradicts itself. Responses become structured, concise, and consistent. Integrate feedback. Log the changes and results. Governance works only when feedback becomes memory, the record that shapes future prompts. Iterate and improve. Each cycle of observation and refinement strengthens predictability. Governance does not make perfection, it makes improvement repeatable. Governance as a workflow. Governance turns prompting from guesswork into a repeatable process of testing, feedback, and design. Next, reflection and contrast. Episode 01, Season 06, Reflection and Contrast.
Control versus governance. Now that we've seen governance in action, let's reflect on what truly separates control from governance. Control. Governance. Commanding single issues orders. Collaborating to design success conditions. Control reaction. Control reacts to failure after it happens. Governance design. Governance anticipates and adapts by measuring signals. Short-term versus sustainable. Control achieves immediate obedience but lacks longevity. Governance builds lasting performance across systems and projects. Rules. Principles. Strict and rigid compliance. Flexible and evolving guidance. Fixed boundaries constrain adjustment. Adaptable without losing focus. Controls often fail in changing contexts. Principles allow context-sensitive choices. Outcome of governance. Governance makes results transparent, traceable, and teachable, transforming uncertainty into repeatable practice. Why governance wins. Next, conclusion and preview. Finally, we will summarize this journey and preview what's next, governing models in real workflows. Continue.
What we have learned. We began with control and discovered its limits. Governance is not a restriction but a framework that transforms unpredictability into progress. The core insight. Governance turns prompting into design. You are not commanding the model but shaping the environment it learns within. Practical outcome. With governance, your workflow becomes measurable and repeatable. You gain clarity about what works, why it works, and how to improve it next time. The human role. Humans stay essential, not as controllers but as stewards of the system. We align AI to purpose through observation, feedback, and care. Looking ahead. In the next episode, we will move from understanding governance to building it. The frameworks, checkpoints, and metrics that make it real. Next episode, Building Governance Frameworks. This marks the end of Episode 1, From Control to Governance. Next time, we design the architecture of governance itself.
Subscribe now so you don't miss our next SharpTake.